So here we go again, another round of the TikTok Women's Six Nations, and this one seems to be a good one. First of all, we have England versus Wales, which always promises to be a good game, especially when both sides are unbeaten so far in the tournament. Then it's Scotland and France, and then finally Ireland and Italy, who both hope to get their first win of the tournament. If you're new here, then please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more rugby content. With the Champions Cup back, I was thinking of a few video ideas, but please let me know if you want to see something on that. So let's get into who I'm picking for round 3. In the front row, I've gone with Dujagang once again, as she seems to have a stormer each game, and with Ireland debatably favourites, she's on course for some serious points. She's already made 88 metres, and for a prop that is crazy. Then I've gone with Scowden for Scotland, but I'm not holding up too much hope, as she's up against France. Although the French have been made to make some changes this week. And finally, I've picked Tunisia, who is back in my squad after scoring over 30 points last round. She's actually a second row, but a prop in fantasy, so hopefully she can have another decent performance again. In the second row, I've picked Crab and Duca. Now, if I'm honest, these picks aren't the greatest. I've had to pick these two because of the maximum of 4 from each nation. I believe Italy could rival Ireland in their game, and that's why 2 Italians are in my team. And Crab is in there because she actually shares the same birthday as me. Well, and the fact she'll be getting through a lot of tackles against England. My back row is pretty huge. I've got Packer, Gross and Matthews. Now this is the first week I've left out Cleo. And interestingly, she's second highest most dropped player for this week. Which is interesting to be honest, because she's still bound to carry loads. But that change to second row seems to have put a lot of people off, and including me. For me, it was Cleo or Matthews, and I've put Matthews in due to his stormer last weekend. I'm hoping that wasn't a one-off, and I hope I don't regret not putting Cleo in. Then I've brought in Packer, who missed out last weekend after a hat-trick on the opening weekend. I'm sure she'll be a massive leader for England this weekend, and I'm hoping she can get over for another few tries again. And finally, I've gone with Gross, who also missed out last week, but she's vital for that French team through carrying all over the pitch, and once again hoping she can score a try or two. At halfbacks, I've brought in Sansus after her 2 tries last week, and she's also probably the biggest 9 threat in the game, due to her great try scoring record. She will have to be at her very best though, because the usual 10 in Duran isn't playing. It must be due to some sort of injury, because she's been brilliant so far, and definitely a favourite of mine. So instead, I've got Flood, who starts at 12 for Ireland, and she too is being on form with her partnership with the centre, with Higgins. Speaking of Higgins, she's in the centres of my team this weekend, with Ireland searching for their first win against Italy, which is probably very likely. She's the best performing centre so far in the tournament, having made over 200 metres in only 2 games. Now for my other centre, it's Philippon. She too is up there, with her performances averaging 50 points in each of the last 2 games. So these two hold real promise, especially as both of their teams are probably favourites to win this weekend. I'm also tempted to captain Higgins, but my captain is up next. So here we go. My back 3 is Parsons, who gets her first start of the tournament, McKenna, who starts on the wing again for England, and Jess Breach, who is making her welcome return, and she will most likely be my captain for this weekend. She has to have a stormer, because both Thompson and Dow are breathing down her neck for that wing position, not to mention McKenna and Cowell, who have impressed this tournament too. So I think she can live up to the pressure and put a tight grip around that starting jersey. And then we have Parsons, who has come off the bench twice so far and made a decent impact. We all know that she has brilliant ability and scores tries for fun. So against Italy, she will be hungry to do just that. Then McKenna is at fullback, but starting on the wing, just like last week. where she had a pretty decent game, scoring 2 tries and almost 100 points. So that cannot go amiss. She's in this weekend. Then on the bench, I've got Conkle again, who was the player last round, and Vernier as my super sub, who starts on the bench, of course, for France. I think Vernier is covering most of the backline for France, having a scrum half and a 10 on the bench. So I do expect her to come on and do bits. I was debating whether to pick Kildun instead for my super sub and replace McKenna with Boulard, but I feel like this is a better option, especially because McKenna did so well last week. Even though super subbing an England player probably is a decent strategy and one I've gone with the past 2. But right now it's Vernier. So that's the end of today's video. Let me know what you guys are doing down in the comments below. I reply to all of my comments, so any questions, just put them down there. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more rugby content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.